update on my food obsession incident that's been going on for the past couple of days. I think the novelty of food has finally worn off a bit. I had McDonald's for lunch. That kind of gives you an idea of where I'm at. I ate it. Yeah, I had 2 large fries and a 10-piece. Yeah, it was pretty good, but like, I think I'm all right now for the most part. I just got to finish off snacks and stuff like that, and then I think I'm good on buying more. I think I'm okay. I've had enough. I've had my fill, and I think I'm more eager to kind of get to it, like get shit done, than to have fast food and all that shit. I do want tokiyaki, I think is what it's called, which is like fried octopus that I can find at some Japanese ramen store. I called them and it was ringing for a minute and a half, and I'm like, okay, they don't want my money, I guess. That being said, I tried the rice cake thing that I was talking about yesterday, the rice cake and honey. I didn't have peanut butter, so I didn't use peanut butter, but turns out a serving of honey is a lot more than I thought. It's 21 grams is a serving of honey. That's like 1/4 the bottle if you get a small bottle, so that might not work. It was really, really sweet. What? I did jam too. Jam is 50 calories for 20 grams, so that's a little bit more doable. 20 grams of jam is like a lot less, but it's just sugar. And is sugar bad? Sugar is carb. Carb isn't bad, but sugar, carb bad? Who knows? I guess it's based off of what you're doing, and if I use it as a pre-workout meal, which is kind of what I'm doing, then it's okay. I don't know. Anyways, it's quad focus leg day and I am looking forward to it, which is nice. I haven't looked forward to a quad focus leg day in a billion years. So the plan is to do my quad focus leg day, do 10 minutes of cardio, and then go home. I'm doing the cardio mainly to just control like fat levels. It's 10 minutes of intense heart rate, elevated heart rate. So like 140 heart rate. I'm going at it just for like the feel good aspect. Could it be bad if I do it for long term? Kind of just because my cardiovascular endurance is gonna be so goated for when I need to do cardio for cutting, maybe, but that's future me's problem, so it's fine. It's fine.
Do you know you're supposed to work out your lower body, too?
This will probably be the last time I gripe about my carb load, because, like, yeah, I could keep talking about it, but I can't change it. It already happened. What I was supposed to do was kind of stick with, like, almost the same amount of calories that I was eating, so 1,700. Maybe up it from 17 to like maximum 2,500, maybe. I don't know, it's hard to estimate that, but every resource that I was looking into, it looked like everyone was just eating basically as many fucking carbs as they could. But my carb sources were different than others. I had like flour and like full carb tortillas and shit like that, which probably wasn't optimal. I had a lot of rice too, which is what they said was recommended, but flour was probably a bad idea. What I should have done was just kind of eat exactly the same meal plan, just maybe with like the addition of rice, like a serving of rice here and there. And what you're supposed to do is do like check-ins after every single meal to know. I didn't do that, I was too lazy. I knew I was supposed to do that, but I chose not to. So that's the mistake there. Live and learn, I guess. Come on. Good. It's been a while since I've done squat. I can tell in my wrists. My wrists are all frail and dainty right now. Whew. And we got 3 sets of these now. My quad focus leg days are actually gonna be hard again. Hard in a different sense. Last time they were hard because my legs didn't work. Now it's gonna be hard because hitting quads for this many sets is difficult as fuck. So I told you guys I watched an anime called My Best Friend's Sister Has a Thing for Me. So I watched and completed that one, and then I completed, what's it called? God damn it. I knew I shouldn't have started my little camera thing without looking up what it's called because I knew I was gonna forget. It's called May I Ask for One Final Thing, which came out semi-recently. It's like a rom-com fantasy sort of thing. Picture a noble woman, a beautiful noble woman who really likes to hit people. That's basically the premise of the anime, and I loved it. It gives me Yor from Spy X Family vibes. Who doesn't love Yor? She's the best character in that entire anime. I thought it was great. I'm just kind of vibing, eating food and watching good ass anime. YouTube is so boring. And I'm so over video games, so I just indulge in a fuck ton of anime. Completed both of those. The whole thing with romance anime, and especially ones that are 12 episodes for sure, it never ends. Like 99% of them, there's no conclusion. It just eggs you on for 12 episodes, and then they're like, get ready for season 2. And then season 2 comes 5 years later just to egg you on for season 3, and it never ends. It's a loop, and they just play with your heart, and I eat that shit up I want them to conclude in 12 episodes where there's an actual ending and they like fall in love or whatever. And you know what though? May I ask for one final thing? They did exactly that, and I'm very proud. I wasn't expecting that, but they did. Good job. You have my props. 8 out of 10. Right now I'm watching, shit, I don't know the name, but it's good. I'll tell you the name. The name is Dealing with Mika Dono Sisters. Is that what it's called? Dealing with Mika Dono Sisters is a breeze. You know, the one with like the 3 prodigy sisters, and then there's one guy who's like a nobody or whatever. You guys know what I'm talking about. There's probably TikTok clips on it all the time. That one's actually really good so far. I'm only on episode 5. Can you tell I'm just kind of indulging in? So what I do, here's my strategy. I open up my anime charts and I go through each season. So like the winter and the summer season and all that, because I've been watching One Piece for so long. There's so much stuff that I have available to watch. And I just kind of read through it and I'll read the brief summary and I'll be like, yeah, that's interesting. That sounds good. And then I go and watch it. And then I have no life, right? So I literally just sit on my computer and watch it. All of it, all at once. I binge it and then I finish it and I'm like, oh, that was really good. Let me go to the next one. I could be done with One Piece by now, but I watch One Piece while I like cook and drive. So it's okay. Ugh, and brush my teeth and shit, you know. One Piece is kind of like a multitask anime, in my opinion. So there's a couple things I want to make sure I execute during this bulking process. I want a successful 0.4 to 0.6 per week. Definitely harder said than done. That's going to be the hard one. But I want that. I want to train my core and I want to have a consistent cardio regimen. Training my core is simple. I just tell myself in my brain, hey, train your core. You have to. Because now I know the consequences of not training your core is it kind of just blends in with the rest of you. Even if you're lean, you can get them bitches to pop if you really wanted to. So that when you are lean, it looks even better. Whew. On my stage pictures, I didn't have any obliques. Where are my obliques? That's what happens when you don't train obliques. Who would have guessed? And then cardio, obviously. The thing that would stop me from doing cardio is losing weight when I want to gain weight. Add more calories, bitch. It's not the cardio. 10 minutes of intense cardio burns like 100 calories maximum. All right, do your set, motherfucker. Oh, my legs are quite fatigued. Whew. Okay. 12. Whew. My shit's fatigued from the squat. So I assume my nutrition, goddamn breath, come on, catch up. So I assume my nutrition is gonna be kind of similar. So like what I would do in the morning, I would have turkey, a variety of vegetables, and like Greek yogurt. So now it's gonna be turkey, probably like a serving of rice, maybe like egg in there for plus 70. And a little bit of texture difference. Maybe slap a fucking rice cake with jelly on there. Maybe not jelly. I'm still trying to figure out if sugar is a good idea or not. Because like sugar, simple carb. Simple carb bad? No, or yes. Depends on the context, right? Because like candy bad. Candy is just simple sugar. Who knows? Nutrition is hard. I guess it depends on how it's used. If you eat it and then you just sit down and do nothing, maybe then it's bad. But if you eat your candy and then you go lift because the simple carb is being used as energy, maybe it's not bad. Who knows? And then what's the time limit on that? Who knows? I need to stop talking, I'm getting gassed. A big thing that's held me back during a lot of my bulks is insecurity, intentionally getting uglier almost, intentionally looking worse to add on size. That used to be a big hindrance for me. Like my number one key factor for not wanting to bulk was being less attractive because I was more insecure. As I am now, I do not care. I do not care. I am completely okay with it. It could be because I have a driving factor now that I have 9 months to get as much size as possible before my next show. No time to be insecure. Either that or I just grew the fuck up and I care less. Because honestly, I don't really care what my physical appearance is. I care whether I'm gaining 0.5 pounds per week or not, you know? Whether I'm executing my bulk properly. That's kind of what I care about more. Whether I'm training correctly, all that shit. I care about that a lot more than whether Joe Schmo over there thinks I'm attractive. I've seen my peak physical appearance. That was like 2 weeks ago. I gotta embrace it. I gotta see what it looks like. I'm chilling now. I gotta experience it. That's all I really needed, was to see it for myself. Oh, I haven't done seated calf races in forever. Damn. They used to have a really squishy pad, so your leg would be smashed in with the bar that's holding the pad, but they replaced it since then, so now it's kind of fire. I think I had enough size to win my show, legitimately. I think the reason I lost was because I didn't peak properly, I didn't come in conditioned enough, which gives me a bunch of hope for this next show, because I'm gonna almost intentionally come in more depleted is the plan. I'd rather not be depleted, but I'm gonna make sure I don't spill over, that's for sure. Plus the addition of the theoretical 18 pounds of muscle, assuming that my progress is linear, which in reality it won't be, because with adjustments, like you have to adjust your calories. So 1 week I'll probably be the same as last week. So that gets rid of a week of progress. So that drops it from 18 to 17.5. And there'll probably be a couple of those. So realistically, 15, 14 is probably what we'll end up with, assuming I do everything perfect. So still a net positive, hopefully. It'll be sick. I'm looking forward to it. My wallet isn't. Holy shit, look at my calves right now. I feel like I look like fucking Metro Man. Boom. Just kidding. I'm pretty sure that guy had like 78-inch calves. Oh, I'm cramping. It is truly in my best interest to stop watching romance anime because it ups my standards to an extremely unrealistic standard. Yes, I would fall head over heels for a realistic Kitagawa, but does that even fucking exist? Probably not. But that's the standard. That's like the baseline. If you're not Kitagawa, sorry, not happening. How unfair is that to, like, I guess myself? Because the only one who's missing out is me, right? Well, whatever, it is what it is. Life isn't a rom-com, shut up. It is for me, damn it. My fantasy. I'd be a terrible protagonist though. I'm not good at playing games. I feel like I'd be a very blunt individual. Oh, damn.